and everybody has seen it, and I know you've heard the expression, but you have just seen the classic example of a man letting his hummingbird rear end overload, or his alligator mouth overload his hummingbird rear end. And what I'm going to do with you, Dutch Mantell, is I'm going to put this belt right here, and we're going to have us a little wrestling match.
Oh,
that is exactly right, baby. And the winner of that match can come out here and pick up this belt, and he can call himself the king, and the loser can get himself a bus ticket and get the heck out of Memphis, Tennessee, or wherever. Can you understand that?
Yeah, but I'm not believing it. Well, it looks like we've got ourselves a loser leave town match with two of the hottest single wrestlers in the entire United States, Dutch Mantell and Jerry Lawler, Dave. Loser leave town. Lawler agreed to it. Put it up.
Belt's on the line. That's right. The Dutchman made the challenge, and son of a gun, Lawler came out here with the belt in hand and accepted. He got Mantell stretched back into the ropes, out onto the apron, down on the floor. And the referee shoves him back as Mantell comes roaring back into the ring. Boy, we didn't have time for introductions, but none are needed.
Man, you got that right. The tough Dutchman out of Oil Trough, Texas, and he fires that big fist, puts Lawler down. Oh, these guys have just almost killed each other in their previous meeting.
Mantell round behind him. The belt awaits over here. It's on the line. The winner of it gets to walk out of here with a belt. The loser leaves town. Mantell, right hand. Lawler from the corner. Dutchman slapped Lawler in the back of the head a couple of times.
Really putting the steam on that wrist in there, too, Dave, is the only bad thing. Well, now he corrected. He had Lawler straight in the head of him. Dutch moves around to the side where he's a little less vulnerable.
Yeah, Lawler with that right arm standing right in front of him. Dangerous place to be. Back in the corner now. Lawler reverses a whip across the ring. Oh, caught him with a right hand right under the chin. And the Dutchman got to be seeing a few scars after that one. Mantell back up into the ring. Boy, he just comes charging in there after Lawler.
Well, I tell you, both of these guys are so tough. It is just absolutely unbelievable. They get so keyed up about each other. And, you know, I talked to Jerry away from there. Uh-oh, look out. Lawler, bang, right on the chop. Got a running start. Nailed Mantell hanging over the edge of the ring. Oh. Little payback. Dutch did that to Lawler.
We're at about 2 minutes, 45 seconds so far. And this one, Lawler over the top row line. He was not.
Okay.
All right. Down here on the floor. Oh, Mantell smacks Lawler into the ring post. Dutchman with a chair. Referee trying to stop him, but he nails Lawler across the back with it. And Mantell rolls back into the ring. Lawler laying here on the floor.
Remember, Davey, a loser leave town. Both of them stated it right here.
Yeah.
Not only the belt, but loser leave town. Lawler being counted on. Dutch going outside on the apron again.
Lawler up on his hands and knees, and Mantell dropped off the apron with a foot. Now Lawler crawling up to the ring. He's on the apron. Mantell grabs him by the hair, gets him in the ring, and a right fist. A cover by Dutch. Two. Oh, a 2 count on Lawler. Lawler 1 count away from losing the belt and leaving town. Mantell firing that big forearm. Back in the corner. Whips him across the ring. Lawler hanging on the turnbuckle there. Mantell after it. 4.5 minutes gone. A cover. 1, 2. Lawler kicks out at the 2 count.
Boy, Dutch low-bridged him in that corner over there, and almost again had Lawler beaten. I was talking to Jerry, I was saying, Dave, about it, and I said, why Dutch has so many guys that you have had battles with? And he said, because he beat me for the Southern Heavyweight title, and he has never forgotten that in his craw. You can bet on that.
Boy, he did. He beat him right in the middle of the ring in one of those matches for the title.
Mantell looking very strong right now on Lawler.
Abdominal stretch by Dutch Mantell. No submission by the King. I tell you what, that's a hold that is one of the better ones to get a submission out of, but in a match with the stakes as high as this one, I think he's going to have to hold that hold all day to get a submission out of Lawler, or the other way around if Lawler should have that hold on Mantell. 5.5 minutes into the action.
Mantell still pounding down on the floor. Goes for Lawler on a pile driver on the floor. The referee, Jerry Calhoun. And Mantell jumped over as Lawler took him away.
Now it's Lawler with the chair. And again, payback time.
Mantell hurt. And no wonder. I am not believing it. Right here on Championship Wrestling. Shows you how these guys hate each other, Davey. Here, professional wrestlers doing it for nothing when the stakes couldn't be higher. Mantell and Lawler.
Lawler, right fist. Mantell swings back at it. And again, Lawler back in the corner. He got hit with that right fist, and Lawler. He dropped the top. Mantell does the same, and Lawler wades in there after him with the boot. He helps kick him on out of the ring and down onto the floor.
He is down on the floor. Lawler hollering down. Dutch coming over by the table. He's getting ready to watch the charge.
And Lawler timed it right. He had the foot right there. Mantell ran into the boot, and now the right fist, and Mantell out of the ring again. 7 minutes gone.
I do not believe the punishment these guys inflict to each other. Dutch Mantell. Back to, Dutch.
Wait a minute. Lawler, this is stupid, Lawler. This is foolish. I'm going to say one thing right now. That man in the ring right there is the toughest son of a gun I've ever fought in my life. You're the toughest, buddy. I'm going to give you credit. And this is stupid, Lawler. Come here. Come here.
Keep it moving.
My body can't take no more. I'm wore out.
Dutch.
Come here. Listen. This is stupid. This is foolish. We'll let this right here come between us. Hey, I want to make him an offer. I made him another offer. Come here.
Dutch Mantell trying to get Lawler to come down to ringside. Lawler asking, do you want to finish it? And Dutch says, no, I'm not finishing the match.
Oh, man, come on. We was friends before.
Dutch over.
Hey, this is foolish.
Hey, okay.
We're up here killing each other, man. We're killing each other. I'm hitting him hard shots. He's hitting me hard shots. And eventually, it's not going to be no more Dutch Mantell. It's not going to be no more Jerry Lawler. Because in the long run, hey, look at it professionally, man. In the long run, we ain't going to be around here. We're going to kill each other. I said you was a tough man. Come here, come here.
All right.
Come here.
Dutch Mantell is just stopping and asked Lawler to...
Hey, listen, we've been beating our brains out for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever it is, right? And we used to be friends. We let this come between us right here. We used to be friends, right? Huh? Okay, we let it come between us. And every time we wrestled, Jerry, every time we wrestled, that First Family, at Midnight Express, they'd sit back in the dressing room, and they laughed their brains out because we made their life a lot easier. They loved to see us get up there and beat each other's brains out. They loved it. We made their life easier. And since we've been wrestling each other, Gibson's hurt, Dundee's hurt. The whole thing, man, is falling apart. So listen, I don't like to get laughed at. But hey, let's bury the hatchet. I've got more to lose than you got to lose, okay? I'll concede. You take the belt, okay? I got more to lose than you got to lose. And I'll make you a deal. Why don't me and you team up and be a team, okay? And they ain't a team. They ain't a team in the country that can beat us. And you keep the Southern belt, and hey, we'll be back.
Boy, that might be the answer to the first family right there, Dutch.
Hey, this is the same. You know, if you're, like you said, you're man enough to admit that I'm the champion. Right. You're man enough to admit that I told you the same thing after the second time we wrestled. I told him, I said, Dutch, Jimmy Hart, the Midnight Express, all these guys, every time we wrestle each other, they sit back and hope we kill each other.
That's right.
They want us to beat each other's brains out. And I told him then, I said, Dutch, why don't you and I get together and put some of these bumps and bruises on their heads, on Hart's heads, and on the Midnight Express's heads, instead of on each other.
All right. Now, I'll go for that. I think you ought to bury the hatchet and get together. What a tag team.
You keep the belt or whatever, okay?
Can they change the card, put Dutch and I against somebody else like Hart in the First Family or something like that?
Well, Jerry, of course, I think that's open to negotiations, and promoter Eddie Marlin is no fool. He would love to have Lawler and Mantell together, so I can't say it, but I would certainly say that it's a money business, and by golly, he would...
Let me ask these people, do you think that there's any team around that could beat myself and Dutch Mantell?
Well, I think everybody agrees.
Show him right here.
That it would be a super... Oh, come on! Dutch! Where's the referee? Get somebody in here. Lawler nailed down Dutch Mantell, jumping him while they were in the very act of shaking hands. Mantell pile drives Lawler in there. Drops on him with the elbow. No, no way. You gotta be kidding. Dutch Mantell, who pile drive Lawler after hitting him with that chair, dropped with an elbow, then makes the 1, 2, 3 count. Dutch, I've seen a lot of lousy things in there, but that's the lousiest thing I ever saw involved in anything involved with you.
Excuse me, Lance. I think this belongs to me, and somebody needs to help Lawler find a way out.
Boy, I'll tell you. Well, Dutch Mantell, in a situation, just pulled the lowest thing in there. I'll tell you what, let's take time out, and we're going to be back here in just a moment.